I said this before that it never hurts to always look at YouTube, to search up in YouTube for some anime recommendations, because you never know when there's a treasure of an anime that you have yet to find, and some of it lies in these anime recommendation channels, which is, it's a good thing, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Perhaps it could be an anime review video where it discusses about the anime, talks about it, why it's so good, the weak points and all that. But lately in my recommendations, I've seen a lot of these videos that pop up that they're not particularly covering a anime list, right? They're not really covering a list of recommended anime to watch, but rather these videos are anime summary videos or anime recap videos. Now, in a nutshell, these channels, which by the way, I've noticed that a whole lot of them has Annie in their channel name or something related to anime and the like. So you search up Annie in the search bar, right? Annie, just this. Then you come up or you find yourself with Annie summary, Annie recap. Oh, what's this? Annie recaps, Annie cap, Annie capped. Sorry. Annie outline, Annie summary. The rabbit hole is wild and I love it. Sorry. But anyway, these channels, fam, essentially the principle behind it is that it simply gives a summary of the anime that they are talking about, right? Just as simple as that, right? You've seen movie recap videos and the like, and it's pretty much the same, only this time it is anime. And I'm really gotta give props to them as well to really compact it or compress it as much as they can. 12 episodes, sometimes even 24 episodes, and you could recap it into 20 minutes, 12 minutes. It depends, I guess, on the number of episodes. I've also noticed that some of them would do like parts individually, which is okay, because again, recapping it entirely is gonna take a while, right? It also depends on how you're going to go about it. And as to my knowledge so far, in these recaps, it's only discussing the whole anime perspective of it, meaning that I guess it doesn't really dive too much on what's missing or some parts that may be missing from the manga or the light novel side of it. So strictly it is only towards the anime. Now I don't have any problem with these channels in general, really. I think it's fine, other than the fact that oftentimes I find it weird that the narration style, most of the narration style of these channels, like, I don't know, I think it has that text to speech like narration tone of voice, I don't know, but of course that's not the case for every channel, right? I guess in my opinion, it's only my opinion, that I would love it more to have that storytelling-esque richness to it, right? Or that essence of storytelling where there's really emotion put into it or something like that. That's just my opinion again. But hey, you know what? Summary is a summary. But what I find absolutely hilarious, in my opinion, are the titles of these videos, rather, because it's like these video titles is like something out of a doorman video where it just lays out the synopsis of the story, just straightforward, just slap it right there in the front of your face to let you know the idea behind it, right? Really, the only thing missing is the ending will shock you or instantly regrets it. And most of the time, these series, if you're familiar, for a veteran weeb, if you know the formula of a lot of these generic I don't know, let's say fantasy or isekai animes, for instance, then instantly regrets it is something that I think it's gonna fit well. But I guess it's only so because, again, it really gives off the idea already. It really lays out in front the idea of the story behind it, the story that you are getting into as the audience, as the viewer of this video, for instance. Because rather than identifying it or knowing an anime by the title, right? Of course, the title is really important, but the synopsis as well it really allows you to get hooked, to get an idea of what the story is about. And these channels, their title is precisely that, but except it's really shortened. Gotta say, fam, these titles can be pretty hilarious, so let's play a little game of guess the anime just from the video title. Girl knows the future to date the guys who will love them, and it's a thumbnail of Rin from Love Live, but it's clearly not, obviously. Did I watch this already? Boy enrolls in an elite school and hides his true IQ. The ending will shock you. Office worker becomes an overpowered overlord in a fantasy world. Okay, pretty straightforward. Considered weak, new transfer student challenged to a duel. Turns out he's an invincible magician. What do you know? Girl joins. Girls join a gym to get hot guys. God bless. Demon Lord is so strong and overpowered that he has many harems. Trinity 7. Yeah, this is Trinity 7. Ushio and Tora. Yeah. Hero is summoned but refuses to defeat the Demon Lord and opens a pet shop. Okay, pretty straightforward. 4 girls love 1 guy, but he has to choose only one. Okay. Here, humans' worth is determined by a number on their bodies. If it hits 0, they die. This is Plunderer. An orphan who is kicked out of an orphanage turns out to have unparalleled great power. Of course. Poor young man transported into a video game world becomes crazy rich, then married many harems. A geek doesn't expect to date the most beautiful girl in school. Instantly regrets it. Boy humiliated by his family for being weak until he proves to be the strongest. Rakodai no Kishi, or chivalry for failed knight. A Nishik man turns out so overpowered that astonishes everyone who underestimates him. Princess Connect Redive. His supersonic power lets him level up by using points he gets from people's negative emotions. Actually, yeah. This is one of the animes where I watched it because it was like part of the recommendations and I was really interested in it, and boom, quite enjoyed it. Ordinary boy befriends a girl with communicating disorder. Of course, Komi-san. Orphan boy is determined to kill all vampires for revenge. Seraph of the End. I laughed because I was thinking that where else have I heard this type of plot? He ate demon meat and became a demon lord with immortal powers. I know there's gonna be a second season of Inspector. I watched the first season of this anime, pretty good, and I don't believe he became a demon lord, my guy. Often bullied and considered weak, he finally shows his true strength. Every generic anime ever, or something like that along those lines. Nobody Alchemist finds the Philosopher's Stone to end the 100-Year War. That is not the Alchemist, this is the mercenary. The Alchemist is the dude with long hair. Never underestimate this quiet boy, a genius killer who can slay the mafia gang alone. Anti-social nerd ends up in a new world where he enslaves girls. And I'm going to date alive 1. Boy makes spirit girls fall in love to save the world. Yeah, that's a really straightforward summary of it. So yeah, this is all I wanted to share with you today. Again, it's a really interesting rabbit hole to fall into. Rabbit hole. But yeah, you know what? I have no problems with the recaps at all. I think they're really great, and also it's nice to have a sort of idea as well to what's being covered in the anime. If you don't have 4 or 5 hours, depends. If you don't have time to watch the full season of an anime, just watch a 45-minute or a 23-minute, 30-minute recap video of it, and you get the idea. The titles themselves are pretty hilarious, not gonna lie. And the thumbnails maybe make it less clickbaity, right? Because we've all been victims of clickbait, fam, right? You watch an anime, you're already 10 episodes in, almost halfway through, but you still didn't see the hot girl in the thumbnail, but then you realize later that the girl is from another anime, and then you have to search for another recap video talking about that anime, and then the cycle continues or something like that. Of course, I'm just joking around, just having a good time, really. But yeah, if you want to watch a recap, go for it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. With that being said, take care, family.